Now here is a plant that I think is very much underused. This is Teucrium fruticans, and I love it as a shrub, just a brilliant shrub. Hello, I'm Rosie Hardy, this is Rosie Hardy Gardening. Now the Teucriums are a big family and there are lots of different types, from your tree germander, which is what this one is called. Beautiful blue flowers on this, the lovely new silver growth. It is dark green on the top side of the actual leaf, and then the underside of the leaf is a really beautiful white silver, and the stems are silver coming up, and the new growth is really silver on it as well. Now this has been is a shrub that will grow up to somewhere around about 1.5 meters high, and then it will spread out probably to 2 to 3 meters. So somewhere around about what's 1.5 meters, 5 feet by something like 6 to 7 feet in spread, and that's probably exactly what this one is doing here. And I think it is very underrated. It seems to be completely tough here. Yes, occasionally it'll get hit back by a hard frost, so maybe a little bit further north in the country it may not be quite so good, but in a sheltered position, absolutely fine, no problem at all. Now this is something which can be pruned quite hard. The RHS say that you can do it as pruning number 7. Well, pruning number 7 is basically something whereby you would take it right the way down in February or April, somewhere between that time. You take it right the way down into a stooling or a coppice type way, and then you're allowing the new growth to come up, and that is something that you use for cornus and paulownia and things like that. So pruning 7 is a technique for getting new, lovely new growth, or for getting really big leaf on things. I wouldn't necessarily do that with this. I tend to allow mine to be freeform, really, really lovely and arching. It is having a reflower now. It flowers basically quite a lot. It's much earlier into flower here for me, so it's more of a spring flower rather than midsummer. But in New Zealand and Australia, this is used as a hedging plant, and it makes a wonderful hedge because it's an evergreen shrub. And it does stay evergreen here as well. It really does. It's very good. In the harsher winters, no, the foliage will go a little bit brown, and then in the spring it bounces back and you can then give it a prune. I don't prune mine ultra hard. What I tend to do is, if it's got pieces that are coming up and really tall, I wait for them to do their full growth and then I'll cut them back in. I like it to be airy and natural, and that is something I really like. But I do think that it's time that we thought about using some of these things as hedging, because they are really, really useful. And as I say, it has these wonderful big blue flowers on here. I mean, the flowers are around about, I don't know, 1-2 centimeters in length, so just under an inch. But they, you know, when they're covered, it's a lovely light blue with this silver. It's just fantastic, and I find it to be really easy. Now, because you can give it a good haircut back, that makes it a really good hedging plant. Also for keeping it into various shapes that you want to. I wouldn't necessarily cloud prune these. You could try to, and they probably would work quite well, but they are much more a lot of shrubby growth in there. They're not a single stem, so that makes them a little bit more difficult from that point of view. But you know, if it gets hit by the frost, as I say, it will bounce back and come back in to flower. So this is this is one of the largest of the Teucrium, so it's much more a big shrub, a big tree, whereas a lot of other Teucriums can be herbaceous or alpine, but it is such an underrated family, and I think it should be looked at more because it is a really good plant for the garden. It's so tough. And now let's look at some other wonderful forms in the Teucrium family. Now, if we go down in size a little bit, we can go to this one, which is known as the Hedge germander, and this is Teucrium cross lucidrys. Now, it's quite interesting. You need to know that this is a hybrid plant. So this basically is not native. It doesn't have anywhere that it is native to. It is a garden hybrid. It is a cross between Teucrium germanders and Teucrium lucidum. So those are specific species that are you know, sort of for the Mediterranean area. But this one is a cross between those. This is not a native, so this is a garden hybrid bred to be hedging. And that is what it is really good for. It's a really tough, full sun tolerating, and this is a really good alternative to box. It grows quite fast. It can be clipped into whatever size and shape that you want it to. Yes, it does have pink flowers, but it's tolerant of all sorts of soils. So this is also something that I would suggest if you can't grow lavender. Now I know it's pink and not blue, but you do get a lovely scent from the foliage. It also has beautiful pink flowers that sit above here, which it has in the late summer. So it gives you that. You can grow it as a hedge. You can give it a tight cut, and you can do that a couple of times in the year. And it's better for it if you do, because then you get this nice, neat, tidy clump. You can keep it in balls or spheres, whichever you want to call them. And so it's a very, very useful one. Again, so as I say, it's got pink flowers, which are in the later summer, but it's a very good shrubby form. It's very easy to grow, full sun, free draining soil. It will tolerate clay soils, so that makes it very, very useful. And you know, it just is, if it looks a bit untidy and occasionally when it's flowered it will split open like this, that's when you need to give it a prune it back. It will soon grow, and it is evergreen. And this is the thing about the majority of the Teucriums, is they are evergreen, so it makes them very, very useful plants for the garden from that point of view. So this one, the Teucrium cross lucidrys, which is a garden hybrid, very useful for low growing hedging for around all sorts of areas. And it used to be used a huge amount, and then it went out of fashion. So I think it's probably time it came back in and got used, because it doesn't get a lot in the way of pests and disease. And as I say, a good box alternative for your low hedges. Obviously it's not going to make you big hedges, but for low hedging, really useful. After Teucrium cross lucidrys, which is a garden hybrid, here is another garden hybrid, and this is Teucrium ackermannii. Now this has, the name is not set because this is a garden hybrid. Botanically it is not too sure what the crosses were to create this plant. It is also known as the silver-leafed germander because it has these lovely silver leaves, but it is a low-growing alpine one, and it just makes a wonderful mat. It will stay evergreen, as I say, and it got these lovely dark purple rosettes of flowers on it also. So Teucrium ackermannii hort is what the RHS have it is, and the name is unresolved. Now the name is unresolved because, as I say, they don't quite know what were the crosses to get this, and there is no real information out there. So it will stay as Teucrium ackermannii until somebody works out exactly what it is, and that is just something. So you will say, people saying, oh, that's not ackermannii, and absolutely, I understand that. But basically, the parentage is unknown. So botanically at the moment, Teucrium ackermannii hort, unresolved name, is the best way to keep it. Then people know what they are, what they've got. At some stage, someone's going to come up and say, oh, that is such and such, or someone will find the breeding that was done to create this. I mean, it is a lovely little plant. It's a wonderful plant. It is a short-lived Teucrium. I've had it in my gravel garden, and it has survived for 5 years. Then it actually disappeared for a year or so, and then it obviously hadn't died because it's actually come back again. So that is something that I was quite surprised about. But basically what will happen is a sub-shrub, so it puts on all this lovely side growth, and you get flower all the way through, and then you get lots and lots of little growths coming on the base there. And you do find that in the spring you do need to give it a cut back, because otherwise it can spread out too far and get a hollow centre, which you don't want. So you do need to, in about March time, April time, cut off all of the old dead, because I leave everything there, all of the old dead, go back, and then new stuff will come and you'll get a better plant coming through. But it is rather beautiful with its silver foliage and its lovely colours. I'm not too worried that its name is not correct, because it's just a beautiful one and it mounds out and looks fantastic in the ground. So that is a really lovely one to look at. Now another one, and this one is a true species, and this one is Teucrium pyrenaicum. Now this comes from the Pyrenees. It is wild growing in the Pyrenees and it just makes lovely clumps. As you can see, it is putting on arms and spreading, and it just make a mound. Mine is in a container at the moment. I haven't decided where it's going. I actually quite like it in the container. This is two-toned, so it's got these beautiful soft cream and then purple at the top, so it really is quite distinctive. Lovely rounded foliage, and again it is evergreen, so you'll get an evergreen mound and you get this flower. And this has been flowering for at least a month and a half now, and it's going to carry on flowering right the way through. So these evergreen semi-alpine plants are very good. So again, this will go sun to part shade. It's got a greener leaf than the ackermannii and a totally different shape of the leaf is that. So it is a great little plant. Cuttings from this, cuttings from that, cuttings from that, absolutely no problem at all, but they are really good. So this is not going to get much taller than about 6 inches, so somewhere around about 15 to 20 centimetres, but spread wise I would say it'll get out to nearly 18 inches, so say 40 centimetres. Lovely mounded round dome, just a beautiful thing. So that is Teucrium pyrenaicum. Now there are lots and lots more of these beautiful small ones. There's one called spinosus, which is really spiny and got pink flower on it, and hardly any foliage at all. So they are something that is going to be really, really good, and they're great for hot, dry, sunny areas. So, and they flower for such a long time, so they're great value. As I say, I think they're an underused plant in the garden. So think about Teucriums next time you go out and have a look for new plants that are around there. And then this one is really, really useful. For those of you who like to learn about gardening from me, I have launched a new year-round membership program where you can learn to look after your plants and gardens all through the season. Every week I upload a how-to video covering a different aspect of the garden and plant care. There are regular live Q&As and I'm having such fun meeting you all on these. If you're interested in this, I hope to see you there. There has been a QR code on screen and there is a link below. This is Teucrium scorodonia crispum. Scorodonia crispum is known as the woodland germander or the wood sage. And yes, it looks a little bit like a sage, but again, it's one of the germanders. All of the Teucriums are the germanders. They're all part of the Lamiaceae family, so they will have square stems, and they have these beautiful flowers, either as soft round flowers or spikes like this. Now, with this one being the woodland germander and this one tolerating dry, this is an excellent plant for dry shade. So this is another one to add to your dry shade mix. Really superb. And I love the way you get these frilly edges, these wrinkled edges all the way around on here, sort of scalloping all the way. It's really, really beautiful on the leaf. And when it first comes out, it's a mound of these scalloped leaves in this lime green. And then they come up to these beautiful cream flowers on the top with a good amount of green in there. So they're a soft, delicate colour. And they're standing at around about 18 inches, maybe a little bit more, so somewhere around about 45 to 55 centimetres with the flower. And then once it's finished flowering, you can give it a little bit of a clip back and then the foliage will come back looking good. It will grow back anyway. Again, it's evergreen. It is a really, really superb little things. I mean, sometimes it is semi-evergreen. It's not as good an evergreen as the others. But for dry shade, something that's going to flower and be perfectly happy in a dry, shady spot, you can't go wrong than Teucrium scorodonia Crispum, and it will make a lovely clump. It is going to spread around a bit, so it does spread off and go round, which is great. That's what you need in a dry, shady spot. So it's such a beautiful thing. It is divisible. Lift it, split it, move it around. You can grow it in a container, or as I say, in a lovely shady spot. It is really quite happy. Just fun, this one. There are other forms of this as well, with brighter yellow foliage, etc. So as I say, there are lots and lots of different forms of Teucrium out there. Just find the one that is good for you. But having something that will go in shade, or something that will grow in full sun, or something that creates a hedge or is slightly taller, such a different load of different types of plants, all within the one family. And as I say, very underused in the garden. Beautiful Teucriums, or the germanders. This little beauty is Teucrium montanum. Now this one is a carpeter and a little bit of a mounder. You know, your spread here is probably about 18 inches, 45 centimetres from there to there. This is about a 5-year-old plant in here. Now it's called montanum. It comes from the mountain regions in the Mediterranean, southern Mediterranean, so that is Spain and Turkey. That's where you would find it. It is an evergreen, so you will still get a matter foliage, but it flowers and flowers and flowers. You've got these wonderful cream flowers here, and it just flowers for a really long season. Loves this dry gravel area, and it is fantastic. So it's not actually rooting down totally where it's going out here. It will root a little bit, but not a lot. So it's really good from this point of view. So this is another one of these dry garden loving plants. It's an alpine. It's something that you can put in a container if you want to, or in a gravel or a scree garden. Absolutely fantastic. So again, yet another different form of the Teucrium. There are so many out there, so many choices of Teucrium. This little one, Teucrium montanum, I think is delightful. As I say, these lovely spreading low mounds, and something that is not used in the garden that often. You can take it from cuttings, so that's the way that you would propagate it, but just a really good, lovely form. If you want to watch another video of mine, YouTube thinks this one is perfect for you.